SMT Nation, we back. Nation, bad news coming out of Verizon. Price hikes to legacy plans. In this article from the T-Mo report, I think they've got the identifiers, how much the plans are going to increase, which plans are impacted. Let's go over it today with you all in this video. I'll be sure to link the article for you. It'll be in the description. Also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Appreciate all the content on the channel. Want to show your appreciation to your favorite creators? Buy us a coffee, that link in the description. And if you're looking for a good deal on your wireless service, Verizon's pissing you off by raising prices, check them out. Mint Mobile, that's our partner. They've got great wireless deals on service, phones, all types of great plans, and getting their legendary customer care, an incredible app experience. They got it all, right? And they do deflation. They don't do inflation like Verizon, all right? So check out their deals, mintmobile.com/sneed. Use our link. Unlock those savings, and you'll be supporting the channel in the process. All right, so Verizon raising prices on grandfather plans again. This time, I actually think this is probably the steepest price increase I think we've seen, ranging between $3 to $5, depending on plan. So some of the plans I see listed, it says Mix and Match 1.0, which is the Go 2.0, Beyond 2.0, and above, as well as the Start 1.0 and single basic phone plans. And it says here this only impacts voice lines on the account. So if you got like maybe watches or tablets or hotspots, they're not impacted. All right, so I guess Verizon will be reaching out to customers. Typically, I think what they do is they send text messages for notifications. They also send emails, so you can look forward to that. And those will go out this week. And I think the impact starts at the end of August. So if your billing cycle comes, I don't know, on or after the 29th or something of August, or the 23rd, then you'll see that price reflection. They raised prices on other grandfathered legacy plans earlier this year, and then they did it last year too. I mean, they've hit every freaking legacy plan at least twice now. At least, because remember, they did the economic adjustment fee on the older ones. Plus, they just raised pricing. Well, they're going to schedule to raise pricing on the home internet. So there's something I want to talk about with this, right? So, like, that's the story. That's the facts. This is what's coming, right? This is what happens. All right, now it's for my take. This is proof that the things that go on at Verizon with respect to consumer and retail, they don't work. Like the plan structure, the new plans, like Verizon said, these the new structure with the add-ons and all this, the welcome unlimited and then the unlimited plus, and the way that it's built is net add accretive and revenue accretive and all these things. Nobody wants the plans, so they're keeping their old plans. And that's kind of been a characteristic of the Verizon customer. They're a loyal group of customers. They like what they have, and they don't want to change. T-Mobile, the company that has been doing a lot of customer unfriendly things with like new fees and all these other things, at least they leave their loyal customers alone. Right? They don't really mess with their plan. They mess with other things, device upgrades, and activation fees with like other things, but they leave their plans alone, but Verizon, I would say, is absolutely being egregious. This is basically 2 every year. We're getting price increases to grandfather plans. So the outcome to this is pretty simple. You're going to have some customers who no doubt are going to just stay put. They're going to pay the $3 to $5 on the plan. No reason to believe this is on the account level. The 3 to 5 is probably going to be on a per line basis. All right, so they're just going to bite the dust. They're going to see their bill go up, $10, $15 or whatever, $20, $21, and they're just going to continue to pay it. Then there's going to be a segment of customers who are going to get pissed, and they're going to be aggravated by it, and they might actually change their plan, but they may feel compelled to stay with Verizon because they trust the network, They know the brand and the coverage and those types of things, or maybe they're the only carrier that works for them. They don't want to switch carriers. They don't want to risk losing their numbers. I mean, there's a lot of those types of things, right? And then there is no doubt going to be a set of customers who are going to say, enough. That's 3 price hikes in the last year and a half. I'm done. I'm out. Which are going to be indicated in their churn rate for Q3. All right, we're in July. You're looking at the construct of this. It's going to happen. All right, so, and we have seen this when Verizon raised pricing and hit economic adjustment fees and all this other stuff. We did see churn rate spike. So people are going to churn. And folks, these customers, if they're savvy enough, can go anywhere and still get Verizon service for lower, which is weird. This is where things get weird. Verizon is okay with you going somewhere else to get their network for cheaper. But they can't stomach allowing you to keep your legacy plan. They would much rather you leave. It makes no sense. Now, you could sit there and try to justify it and try to explain to me how it makes sense. It doesn't. Because when a customer churns, they become at risk of leaving. There's no guarantee they're going to stay on your network. They might go to cable, but what if they don't have one of those cable operators, Charter Spectrum, Comcast, Xfinity? What if they're not offered in their area, like mine? See what I'm saying? So what if they don't do the whole like MVNO thing? They're going to AT&T, and probably the biggest problem for Verizon is going to T-Mobile. And for the most part, T-Mobile can offer them a better account level deal. So if you're going to raise pricing on a legacy Verizon plan by $3 to $5 per line, and it's a 3-line account, right? And you're essentially raising the cost, right? So it's already more expensive than T-Mobile's going to give them like the whatever their basic plans are, whether it's Essentials or, Go 5G. They're going to come in cheaper, price with tax and fees included. Those customers, they're going to start looking at T-Mobile. They're going to start looking at big cable and all this. Look, there are so many levers to push in business. Levers to pull, to try, to fix, to improve ARPU. This is lazy. This is lazy. This is a lazy way to try to improve and increase margins and profitability. There are better ways to do it. I, for one, believe, and I've said this in other videos, Verizon's going to build this incredible capacitive network with all these incredible upgrades, drop all this money on the network, and there's going to be nobody buying it. They're going to lose customers, what I call unnecessary churn, creating risk of churn. It doesn't need to happen because they're not really willing to do the things that the consumer wants on the consumer side. I've always viewed a good business transaction between customer and business when both are happy, when both get a good deal. The business, is rewarded for offering a good service or product. The customer is happy to pay the price for it because it's good. There's a disconnect between the wireless consumer and Verizon on the consumer side. There's a massive disconnect, right? So building this incredible network and nobody taking to it, how does that make any sense? Right? And that's from the branded side. So you want to wholesale, you want to MVNO, and all that's fine and dandy, and prepaid and MVNO, it's great. But it doesn't make sense to not give a damn on the most profitable element of your business, which is your brand, which is Verizon postpaid service. Something's got to give. And I've said this to engineers, and I've said this to retail workers. You got this great network, and it's just unattractive to a large consumer segment. And it's stuff like this which creates venom. The consumers have venom for this company. Stuff like this. This is actually, it's excessive. How many times are you going to pull this lever? How many times are you going to raise prices? I don't want to say I hope that people churn. I hope that people are comfortable churning, because that's what it's going to take. They're going to have to be comfortable leaving this company in order for Verizon to feel the pain. And look, I have a legacy plan. I have a 2017, the new Verizon Unlimited plan or whatever it is. And I like it. And I don't want anything else. And if they raise the pricing on it again, that would be what? The third time that they raise the pricing on it? Then what the hell's the point of keeping it at that point? They're basically telling me to leave. So when you tell your customers to leave, you better be expecting them to leave. I expect a churn spike. What do you guys think? Do you expect a churn spike? Do you expect people to leave? Right? And then what do you think Verizon's response is then? If you're Verizon, what, you'd rather compete for them with your new plans? They suck. Nobody wants them. That's why they're holding on to the old plans. Stupid. All right, what do you guys think? You comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.